You don't have to wear them if you don't want
I
to.
know, but it makes me feel so much professional. So what we're doing here is we're going to go over a sketch idea and how we're going to write it that we think is a funny idea. And we're going to see how this goes, see the process, and you guys are going to join along, and maybe you'll learn a thing or two about yourself.
So you're gonna be like the thing you were talking about last time we were talking about this beat sheets and stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah. So basically, what I do, I call them these things, but I'll be honest with you, they're not as nice. Like a beat sheet to me is I'll just literally grab my whiteboard and it's so like a sketch. I want to usually do three scenes, and a beat is kind of just like any situation. I don't know how to explain a beat really. It's just kind of like not every camera move. Well, you can do every camera move, I guess, but like every significant thing that happens, and I'll just write little fucking boxes, and then I'll put So we're doing. So basically, the idea of the sketch is we should probably do that first.
Yeah.
The idea of the sketch is the people from Reddit who fucking dunked on the goddamn. What the fuck is that called?
We were talking about the short squeeze that the Reddit Wall Street bet.
It's called Short Squeezed.
Yeah, well,
write that down. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, the average, I think they're called just retail traders. These guys on mainly Robinhood, the guys that they've always been calling unintelligent, they don't do research.
Incels?
Yeah, the unintelligent, easy money, as they call them on Wall Street. Dumb money is actually what they call them on Wall Street.
That's my nickname in high school.
So they, what they do is these hedge funds basically decided to bet against GameStop, saying that it was going to go bankrupt or fail and close, and they bet against the market. Over 40%, over 140% of the actual total shares, which I don't understand completely. I'm not the best person to probably listen to for finances. I understand the situation. I did some little bit
You've taught me for like 2 weeks. You've taught me more than my dad has ever taught me about finances. So
I'm a geek when it comes to it, but I know there's there's so many other people out there more intelligent than me. I just understand I try to keep everything at the basics.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's one other funnier person out there than I, but.
Thanks for this compliment, man. That's a really nice one. But yeah, basically, so what the retail trader did is they saw that the hedge funds, these big Wall Street billionaires, were betting against it. So basically, what the hedge fund wants is the stock price to go down of GameStop. So GameStop's value was at $10 a share. They were betting against it, and the price was falling. And what they want to do is get the price to go down to a certain point, and then what they do is they buy back the shares at that cheap price and give the money to they clear the house or pay off the broker that they borrowed the shares from, and the money that they made, the part in the middle, all the money that's left over that they didn't, because they got them. They bought the shares. It was $10 a share. They said it was going to go to $5 a share, so they bet that the shares were going to go down to $5. And what happened was all these retail traders came together on Reddit and did a bunch of research and saw that this company was basically all in, and which I don't understand either, because these things, they're called hedge funds. Hedging means like to hedge your bet. It means to back yourself up from having any loss. Like you try to get rid of as many losses as you can, but by hedging. Like if you're doing an option, you can do all different kinds of options as far as like a condor, a iron condor or whatever. There's all different kinds of options that you can do within the options, because you can buy a put and you can buy a call, or then you can buy a saddle, a strangle. There's all different There's all different things, and it's basically just buying two puts at this price at this date, and then buying calls at this date. So no matter what happens, if it goes up or down, you're still gonna make something in a way. Or you're just not gonna take on as much losses. It's not so much as like I guess I just explained it more towards like arbitrage betting for sports betting. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that's awesome. For a while there, you could go in England and UK because it was legal. It just became legal here. But they had these apps, and there was all these bookers basically for sports betting, and they got on a system to where you could sign up, and they give you like $100 to sign up. And
Sounds like how you get your kneecaps broken.
yeah, well, no, it's all an internet app thing. So they go on there, and what they do is they find another app that does all the math and breaks everything down, and they find two different bookies with the spreads on the opposite end. This team's going to win, and this bookie says this team's going to win, and the spread.
Oh.
So they do the math to where you put money down on both sides, and no matter what, you end up winning money. You
Just
end
coming out hustling. That's what that is. That's just hustling. That's making
It's
money.
called arbitrage betting.
Yeah, it's called making your money and deserving it. Listen to me.
Yeah, but anyways, so that's what we're gonna do that the sketch on is that whole situation. I don't know why it just took
We're
10 minutes to
going
explain that.
nowhere near as deep as that was into that aspect of it, but I may take my shirt off. So, also, one thing I was doing there, something I don't do normally in life, something I should do as a comedian, but while you're talking, just jot down anything that goes. I'll mind map. I like to mind map. I feel like I'm giving it a fucking class, and like, there's no fucking reason that anybody should even fucking listen to me talk.
Bullshit, you're on STL Live, fucking, you've done all kinds of different sketches, and everyone knows that you like doing sketches, and that's what you're good at, so let's do one. You finally got
no, we're
somebody
still gonna
that's
do
not
it.
gonna bail.
I don't want it to seem like I'm teaching something because it's like people.
Stop being so
like,
modest. Own it.
All right, look, Dave Chappelle called me last night, so I'm a little nervous. No, cut that out. All right, so what we're doing is
Somebody cut that out. 'Cause I don't know how. Jamie.
Yeah. So what we're doing is, I don't know how so the way I was thinking of it is either it's going to be the guys, like, they're talking as they type, and you're like looking at them, and it's going back and forth, and then every time the guy who made the money is talking to an internet friend that didn't, and he's slowly each time he's just going to keep progressively getting more and more of a 1%er. Like, he's going to every time it goes back to him, he's going to be wearing something nicer, smoking a pipe or something, and he's going to keep, and it's like it's going to end as something along the lines of like him finally just be like, well, then fucking pull yourself up by your bootstraps or something gnarly like that, or he's just dressed as a fucking Monopoly man, something stupid like that. That's what I was kind of thinking, because that's going to be the easiest to film. That's the thing I keep in mind.
Yeah, we could do we could get on, and we could have a chat forum or whatever, to where it's like a whatever name.
Well, you don't even need to do that. You could just have it and like have. I'm a fucking professional. And like fake type, and it's just looking at you. And as they're doing that, they could be like reading it, like they like, you know, like, and then like kind of thing. Because I don't know if I I don't know how to do the
screen recording.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Mr. Fucking Technology now does.
The screen recording is pretty easy. We can do that from the phones.
Okay.
So where like we could actually, me and you could be having a conversation and we'd be like, yeah, we really need to take down these fucking elite hedge funds. Let's gang together. And then you start seeing more and more people join in, and they're having the conversation about taking them down, and they're like, well, guys, and then like it finally starts to happen, and they're like, whoa, I made all this money. And then you start seeing the conversation change from like, they're like, well, what do you guys think about the new Biden's new $15 minimum wage? Well, you know,
look, it's burgers. It's burgers. You flipped them in high school.
You still agree with us about the Senator Warren's tax the rich plan, right? Well, let's
like we said Max is rich. Max also got rich.
Yeah. All right, so that's kind
of how I like to
first.
do things.
Okay.
Is I like to either talk it out with somebody who is funny. So can we get that person down here? Hey,
I think Jules is upstairs. So the first scene would be
it's you want to like, so right off the bat we want to think about the three main things that like the bare bones of like what needs to happen in that scene. You need to introduce the people, and they need to be an understanding of who those people are. You don't need to say their names. You don't need a backstory. They need to get it. You know, introduce the joke or the game for you fucking virgins. That's what improv call it. The game. It's the joke.
Oh yeah.
Fucking nerds. I stole all this from an improv book.
I was told improv is stupid. because they can't do stand up. Which then I thought a lot of them were stand up.
Yeah, no, I there's the problem with I think I have with improv is it's hard to find good improv. There's decent like Teal and Pat, shout out. They're never gonna hear this.
Pat's coming on next week.
Oh, they might hear it.
Yeah.
But they do Wise and Crack, and that's really good.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff Bobby and Rafe were involved in were really good. I only saw them like once in their thing, but then I've seen some. I won't name where I saw these people or who they were, but I've seen some fucking groups, troops, whatever you want to fucking call them, nerds, and like it's like this is B team. This is bad. Like it went from funny to like not funny, and it's not like it's because they can't do stand up or anything like that. Like it obviously seems probably a little bit harder, but like I don't know. I'm gonna go off on like a tangent about fucking improv here in a second.
I think we just do it by example and we break it down.
See I'm now on a topic of improv because I've never done it, so I'm an expert. All right, but yeah, so like not to go too much like screenwriting-ish, but like
yours is one of those top ones too. On your last sketch one, I picked up, and it's at almost 300.
I did a sketch. Oh yeah, okay.
So
that's a bit under the.
Just know that this more and more. I could get more and more by each one.
What happens if Roseanne Barr sees it? Huh? Paula Poundstone.
Paula Poundstone.
I know we could be on our way to success wearing fucking shoulder pads and. What a weird reference. All right, back to business. So
let's see. I guess it'd probably be easier to go this dry erase.
What we want to do is, I'm gonna jump around a bit because I don't have like a set. I'm a chaotic worker.
Well, let's start with the first scene.
I want to start. Well, what we want to start with is probably how many characters. I like to do as little as we need. If I could.
No, yeah, I want to try to keep it.
Yeah.
If we can do it, the whole thing ourselves.
Yeah, that's ideal. And more than two characters, it's going to be relatively shorter than a sketch because it's the first one. I mean, we could probably get stuff to stretch it, but you get three characters in like a 30-second sketch. It's just going to be like, okay.
No, yeah,
they better all be in the same room.
And I think this could, if we can keep it. See, the thing about the new shit I'm learning with YouTube is if you have a YouTube channel or you turn your podcast into a YouTube channel and you have video and everything, to keep up with TikTok or compete with TikTok, they're doing these things called shorts. And you just do hashtag shorts in your description and title and make sure the video's 15 seconds, 30 seconds, as long as I believe it's under, some videos are under a minute that mine have been picked up for, and you literally get hundreds, if not thousands of views, if not millions of views. Some people get millions if it's really popular off these short little clips. So
looking at you.
That's kind of what we want to stick to is that 50, I think like a 57-second.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
Or even 50, so we can still have
room to play.
And you want an intro and an outro, right?
No, so like I want
an outro.
I like to end sketches like with a pop or a blackout, if you will. Not a blackout. Blackout's just where it just ends like that. I like sketch that it's like the joke is presented. The next scene it gets progressive. The scene gets shorter, but the game gets like more absurd. The third scene's shorter than all of them, but the game gets to the point of so absurd, and then there's a big surprise at the end, and that's the end. That's why kind of like if you build up to him wearing something weird, and then he ends up like at the very end.
And a Hugh Hefner robe and pipe.
Something like that, like something absurd, like the fucking Monopoly Man, like something shocking almost. Like that's kind of what I mean. It doesn't have to end that way. I'm not saying that's like the way we're going. I'm just saying that it makes sense to describe it like that. It could be. I mean, it could be anything from like the way he's talking to his friend, and like at the end of it, he's just like yelling some straight 1%er bullshit at him. And, like,
yeah,
he's just a 20-year-old dude, like fucking.
So we would probably need to start with like how you want to present it, like a build up. You want to build up the scene, right? Is that what you're?
So right off the bat, first things first is you want to present what's happening. So we want to make sure that they can, if we can make it to where first shot happens, and within the second shot they have an idea of the concept of like they would be like, okay, they're probably going to be talking about Reddit and this bank stuff. I don't know how, but like kind of thing. So you want to get that out of the way because if that gets too long, it gets gross.
We could use that little character that they have, the Wall Street Bets Reddit character that they.
It's called a snooze or something weird like that.
All right. What's happening?
I mean, we could be watching the guys like he's watching his bank go up, and then he's like, oh, like runs to Reddit, jumps on Reddit, starts messaging his friends, and his friends are like, yeah, but now you have that kind of money, and he's like, yeah, it won't be like that, won't be the same. And it's like, are you sure, man? Like we always said like absolute power corrupts absolutely, and he's like, I didn't say that. Like,
well, the way this Reddit thing started was these guys planned to short squeeze and to hurt this hedge fund. So I can only imagine them sitting inside of on Reddit chatting back and forth, a group of these guys talking shit on the elite in this hedge fund.
That's what I'm saying. Like whatever that's where he starts to disagree. Where he's like, no, that wasn't.
Yeah, but
that wasn't
then,
me. Like that was you.
In the beginning, yeah, and then like the next after your first scene, it's them all talking shit.
Yeah.
And then the next day is the day that the market fucking and it spikes up 1,000 or 3,000%, and they become over, and you see them talking, dude, I made this much off of it. That however much. We can do the math and make it correct. And
it ends with like them looking at the TV and he's shaking hands as the new owner of fucking GameStop or something, like the new owner of Reddit. I don't know, something. Yeah. So you see where we're going. For another beer. So I'm not gonna put those there. That's stupid.
Starting off, I can grab you one.
Thank you for letting me stand up first. And then so, thank you.
So what's happening?
How many places do we want to take part? Like place in? Like, do we want like one location, two locations? Like the locations at different times, or like different times of the day kind of thing, or is it going back and forth from where he is and where the other person is? For the most part, I mean, none of that's too terribly hard, so we don't have to worry about that. Like,
yeah, I mean, in all honesty, we just have to do show a video of a screen recording of a chat going on between two guys about talking about it. And I mean, we can have more than two. We can make it a group. That way, it doesn't matter. We don't have to have a bunch of characters. We can play each one because it's just a screen with a conversation, and it's like the voiceover, the guy talking about it as he's typing.
Okay, that's okay.
And then,
because I like jokes where it's like the timing, where it's just like, no, that was you, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So yeah, the talking's a good part. But yeah.
So starting so I guess we'll label that one.
I mean, we could start. We're already on the internet looking at the screen, right? So it'd be on that page on Reddit or bets, Wall Street Bets, and so it's like the headline or the top of the most upvoted thing is that, and you see that, so it's like, okay, that's happening, and then I don't know, the guy whose point of view you're in is like, oh, so okay, that guy's happy or excited, so he's getting on the chats, he's gonna talk to the boys. Jumps on the keys.
Wait, what's he excited over all of a sudden?
Okay, I'm wildly confused of what the fuck actually happened.
They planned this. This was
they
came together.
Like,
they were like,
he sees it worked, and he's like, oh shit, I just made a lot of money, and he's like, oh okay, and then he jumps in.
Well, it was really more of a plan. Like they started this like a year ago or so. They started working on it, and more people had jumped in, and then somebody. Some big boy, some big rich guy realized it and did the math. looked at everything they were talking about, and they're like, oh shit, this is actually a good thing. So more and more people jumped in, and eventually it just hit this tipping scale to this point to where they realized it was starting to work, and they squeezed out them shorts from causing. Because what the big rich people do.
No way that's what that's called, the squeezing out.
Short squeeze. A short squeeze. So basically, what the big hedge funds do is they take up a short position, betting against a company, and then they'll go on the news and the media and be like, "Oh, we found a bunch of flaws in their fundamentals, and that's why we're going to bet against them. We think they're going to fail. There's a bunch of flaws, and they're going to fail." So it makes people, the average person, take their investment and panic sell, causing the price to drop. But they just put a bet down to make sure saying that it was going to drop. And then they go on the news and do it. That's the way they manipulated it. So what these Reddit guys did is they planned this all out, and then they executed the plan. So they made the plan, they executed it, and now what we're seeing now, the aftermath is what we're seeing now.
Now we're seeing some shorts getting squeezed. Okay?
Yeah, and
I like that too. I love it. Oh, I already wrote it down.
And
cool.
So
I like that term.
And then overnight, literally, the guys made the plan, they executed it. The next day, they were now the millionaires. They're now the elite almost. So
So it's gotta be. So it's one millionaire and one not so lucky teddy bear. That I don't know. There's a reason he didn't. I'm assuming.
What?
Okay, are they the two characters? They're both millionaires.
No, neither one of them are millionaires. Oh. It was just two average Joes like you or I that have a little bit of information and know how to research stock market, stocks and companies, and they found this company.
No, I'm saying like in the sketch.
Okay.
So they pull this off. So those two people they didn't get any money out of this. Did anybody get any money out of this?
Oh yeah, there's the two people that put the money in. That started it.
I'm talking about the characters of the sketch now.
Right. Yeah, they make the millions. But what happens is, let's say we got you can see in the group that more and more people start catching on.
Oh, okay. See, okay. I'm thinking the same thing, but just one guy got the money and the other guy didn't. They're talking. So it's the same thing, just people. Okay.
Yeah, these two guys got all these other people to join, and then they come in and they're like, wait a minute, guys. Hey. All the people are like, hey, man, what the fuck?
No handouts.
Yeah, exactly. So we can have them two planning it, like talking about it in the beginning, and then you see like another person pop into the chat room that's like, oh, hey, I really like this idea. Yeah. And then you just start seeing more and more people. Yeah, I'm in. And it drives up the price, and it squeezes out all the shorts, and these guys become the rich fucking ones.
Like, guys, here's what you need to do. Is, fucking, what was that place called? What's that? Never mind, that's stupid.
And then like you said at the transition or whatever, in the end, they're like, wait a minute, you're the one that started this. You're the one that told us about all these.
It's like, you've been here the whole time? And it's like, no, you really haven't. Like,
yeah. And it could be in the beginning, these two guys on the screen talking shit to each other about the elite. Like, these fucking guys, they've continued to manipulate the market and tank people, and they've caused financial crashes.
So we're going to hit them right where it hurts.
And they're like, they can bring up those sticking points. We need a $15 minimum wage. We need a wealth tax. And what's the other big one that they have?
I don't know. Something probably against blacks, I believe.
And healthcare for all, you know? And then like, they're like, yeah. And more people jump in. You see little chat. Oh yeah, I'm in. Yeah, fuck the elite. And then the next day they become millionaires, and they're like, well, guys, hang on now. $15 an hour?
Paying for your grandma to go to surgery? She's gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
I've earned this money. Like, you didn't. It's like, I squeezed shorts. Did you squeeze shorts? And it's like, that's all we did. We were the only ones squeezing shorts.
Do we know any midgets?
Yeah, we can get some midgets.
If we can get a midget and squeeze them.
Yeah. You want a midget? I can get you a midget by 3 o'clock tomorrow. You think it better than me? So okay, that's good. That's pretty much the idea. That's a solid idea there. Now the end, we can get there when we get there. So the first is them talking shit. So Reddit chats Have you ever seen a Reddit chat room? Yeah, you were in that fucking. By the way, I told you about this this.
I know. I didn't know if it was you or Bukovich, and I had to go through the
When this
episodes.
happened, I was like, "Oh shit,
You were
I'm
talking-
about to be a fucking millionaire because Brad watched it. He's gonna toss him back." And then it's like I didn't hear anything from it, and I was like, "Does he fucking listen to me?"
I've made a little bit off of the. For some reason, Dogecoin is it's called, a cryptocurrency, went from like 0.2 of a penny all the way up to 8 cents.
That's a steal.
Yeah, and I've always taken like whatever change or a couple of dollars I have left in my account, because I don't usually keep money in that account,
Yeah.
in my Robinhood account, unless there's just something I want to buy real quick or an option that's cheaper on that, because it hasn't.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and
Just
whatever's left over, the few dollars that I put toward Dogecoin, and I always have. So I had maybe $80 worth at 0.2 of a penny, and it went up. So I made a decent. I mean, I
Chunk
woke
change.
up and it was like 3,000% up at one point.
That's fucking. Jesus Christ! You just turn your change into fucking cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Well,
2021.
I think India is working on a law right now. I was just reading today to ban Bitcoin and create their own cryptocurrency. Screen shows convo between.
That's fucking India for you. That and winning the fucking cricket World Cup all the time. Cut that out. That was racist.
Two Redditors about.
Do we make the no? Well, we could use we could use the joke like his name is. So there's tags or flair is what it's called for names. Like in subreddits, you could add flair to your name, and it's just like another thing in parentheses. Like on mine on stand-up comedy subreddit, mine just says Missouri. I don't know why. I kind of regret it because I don't want people to know where I'm from when I post on there. It could be anything. So like his could be like, I don't know.
Well, no, we can actually.
Fucking
We could probably
Socialist
use.
101 or some
We can
shit.
use their. Because I was reading something about it. It said, "The Power of the People" shows that someone named Anime Foot Smeller was one of the guys' names on Reddit,
Of course it was.
and then another one was Fart something or Gorilla Fart or something.
We're just
like-
happy there wasn't a racial.
So we
slur
can
there for the
find.
first time.
Yeah, we can actually find the names and use those. Because it is funny, and that's been something that's gone all around on
but
Twitter.
We could make if that's a thing, then I would say we make up our own because we can make it more ridiculous.
Short squeeze.
Yeah. I feel like that would be funny to make. Well, no, because they understand it, so they can't be stupid. Because I think it would be funny just to be like, how about I fucking squeeze your shorts? And it's like, yeah, you think you can squeeze these shorts, big boy? Come on over here. These shorts are going nowhere.
And I've got a lot of actual economic, like stock material, different material that a lot of people, it always goes over people's heads. Like I have one that's like, the way I judge the economic well-being is my drug dealer's baggies. Okay?
Like fucking.
And they're like, I was like, just hang on. I'll fucking feed you, little kitties. Don't worry, all right? Just follow me.
Can't
If
believe
your
I
drug
get back to the
dealer's
door.
giving you baggies that have little cartoon anime figures on them, fucking bull market, invest. Put everything you got in there, besides what you're spending it on for drugs.
Get it out of your kid's retirement fund, buy college fund. He doesn't need college because you're gonna be fucking rich.
If he's giving you just like the corners of sandwich baggies, it's probably getting ready to be a market correction. You might want to start saving your money and moving some things around, diversifying your portfolio a little bit more.
Lock your keys in your car when you get there. Yeah, no.
And then a bull market, if he asks you to bring your own baggie or puts it in a dollar bill,
Run.
it's a bull market.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be buying drugs.
What are you doing in
It's
that?
an
bull
economic
market?
crash.
See, I got none of those jokes, and I still tagged all three of them. I'm a professional. What's that guy's name? He used to do Monday Night Football. He was also a comic who made jokes that I thoroughly did not understand. He's oh god, Jewish. I don't know why I said that. New York. Yeah, it'll come to me. So now we've got the idea of where we're at. That's 2 lines. We just need to. Okay, at this point in time, usually around this time, I hit the bump where it's like, just write the fucking first draft, Mike. That's all you need to do, all right? So, at this point,
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying. You just keep going, like, okay, I don't know. You get halfway through your explanation, and you're like, you keep stopping.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on just powering through and writing the fucking first draft. I forgot that this is where I get stepped up, where it's like I'm thinking too much of it. Just write it out.
Are you? Or are you just thinking about actually doing it? Because we're doing it right now.
I know, it's shocking to me. I'm really high right now.
I'm
very high right now.
What the fuck do you mean? We're going to just
Is
do
that
this? That's what we're doing.
Dude, I thought you were writing lyrics to a song. I thought that was Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Oh, shit. Be a professional, Mike. So, where are you at right now?
Writing down about how they're sitting in a chat room talking about creating the scheme.
Okay, so what's the first absurd thing that happens? What's the first funny thing that is going to be the joke the rest of the thing? So what is what's a good way to do that?
What?
Like I'm trying to think of that. I don't know. Like it's the idea of what's going to be funny the rest of the fucking, like, how are we introduced to the joke?
These guys are they're normal average citizens, like typical us, that how we talk shit on the elite and everything, and they come up with a plan, a scheme to beat them at their own game, and then overnight they win and they become the elite, and now everybody in the chat room hates them and wants to fucking is talking shit on them. Like, what about, I thought you said that we were 15 minimum a wage an hour.
So what's the first joke though of that? Like, what's the first thing that makes, like, okay, the laugh? So we got to get there quickly as well as get this part done. So like right after this, something funny should be happening.
Right, I'm just writing down the premise.
Not a bad idea situation. As well. I'll think about. We could just jump into like the I don't know why I like the word squeeze them shorts, but it's like they could be pumped about that. They know it's gonna happen, right? I'm sorry, I don't understand this fucking situation whatsoever.
I
know, dude.
We just were like, oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
And you said you understood.
I know. I get the.
God, people over here are gonna be like, God, what is this guy smoking?
I told you, do not watch this. I didn't tell anybody that.
All right. These guys come up with a plan.
Okay, so
to beat the rich.
So
and then they become the rich.
Then I think it would be, in my opinion, because I like short squeezed. They're like excited about it because it's about to happen, and they're just like, I'm gonna fucking squeeze so many shorts, and it's just like that part kind of leads into the joke, and then the next day they are.
Yeah, you can go to all the new. You can show clips of like headlines of all the news, CBS and PBS and all them that have gotten
I'm
short
clipping
squeeze.
Hedges. Clipping some, like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. But it's hilarious to think that like that's what.
No,
they're
that's a very
about.
Good play on words.
Yeah. There's like like he's Mac. No, that's.
We're gonna cut down these hedges at the knees, and you go out there, and we have a shot of us with the hedge trimmers cutting down the whole bush at the stalk.
I'm gonna take their shorts. I'm gonna fucking squeeze them.
Yeah, you could be like cutting a bush, and I can have a pair of shorts.
Dude's just standing there like, what the fuck, man? You're like, yeah, rain them out. Shorts are way too wet. What are those, swim trunks? So then they make all this money, and that's when
completely change their tune.
Yeah. It's like, dude, it worked. Yeah, it did work. He's like, we should, what could they do?
And then more people.
Yeah, like they realize it, and as they're realizing it, they're seeing people realizing it, and people are like, "Hey, whoa, didn't we help you with that?" They're like, "Wait, guys, hold on, this is our idea."
Yeah,
and it's like, no, like we did a lot of that work, and it's like, yeah, but there's a lot of you and a little of us, so we'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. And they're like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. But it's like, it's like water, man. It's gonna dribble down. Who are you to talk to me? I'm the goddamn 1%.
All right, and then we can have. All right, shot of.
Where'd you even get golf clubs from? I like you need to move out of your mom's house, you freeloader, and it's like, you were living here. You're moving today.
And then I guess the transit. So we have the first scene, which is basically setting it all up. This says,
Yeah.
And then it shows a shot of like one of us cutting the hedges down and another one choking out some shorts. But that's just like a shot of it, and it goes into the next day, and it has the clips of the short squeeze headlines and everything, and it shows a headline of like billions of dollars lost, and then it goes into the guys. Well, it would be easier. It would probably be better and funnier if we
they
did
told us
more than just a screen, and actually, like you said in the beginning, use two guys, because then we could pump up the whole details of like I'm wearing a robe and other stuff like that.
I'm wearing a robe. It's gonna be open. I like the idea of like because to like tell, not show, kind of in sketch. So it's like I like the idea of, like he looks at his computer and he's like kind of like, holy shit. He's like, did I just went fucking? Is that $20 million or whatever, however much money? He's like, you seeing it? Like to no one, like fucking seeing this? Is that $20 million? Like what?
Okay, so then it shows that. Then we have us.
Then he's like, he gets out and he's like trying to like meet, and he gets to talk to his friend. And his friend's like, holy shit, dude, I gotta tell you something. He's like, is there $20 million in your bank account? He's like, there's $25 million.
One of the friends calls, shows a conversation of me calling you, and the split screen, and it's like, hey, have you checked what's going on right now in the market on your Robinhood account? And I'm like, no, what? And he goes and it can show a screen of it, and it's like 3,000%. He's like, look, buddy, we're millionaires. Yeah, it just says fuck you money. And then all of a sudden there's an anger, like everybody that was helping is like, what about us?
Hey, man. It was half of our idea. All right. And that's what happens. That's how you end a sketch. I'm doing that right in the microphone. Unprofessional.
So yeah, then it shows that buddy calls other and tells him to check Robinhood and realizes they are now part of that 1%. So next.
Just it looks like we made it.
Yeah. So what would be a good joke for that? The buddy calls over and tells him we can do like the fuck you money thing, or we can just go to another shot of the hedges, the bush just completely cut down, and these shorts like
He's running in fucking wet shorts, just like fuck yeah. Them just kicking the doors into a GameStop, walking in, like flicking people off, just like slowly. Just
part of the 1%, and then they get back, and then the next thing can be them looking at Reddit and seeing all the hey, what's up, guy? What happened? Like, the plans worked? Where you been? What's up? And
we gotta ditch him.
And it shows us sitting in like robes with a fucking pipe, glass of brandy in front of the fireplace.
I don't remember him.
And then we're discussing, and we're like, yeah, we can't let this $15 minimum wage pass. It's ridiculous.
Looking at one of those paper
Health care
things.
for all. Do you know how much that's going to cost us?
I don't even want health care for me. That was dumb. Didn't work. Look, if they didn't spend all goddamn day on the computer, maybe they'd make something of themselves. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. That's fun to yell.
Because the shot of two dudes in rows.
Man, fuck GameStop though, for real. How could you let us down by only buying
People.
my fucking copies of Madden for 25 cents?
Talking shit on the average citizen. How they need to pull themselves up from the bootstrap.
Look, I don't know if you ever met that Jose Consueco guy in the chat, but I'm pretty sure he might be illegal, and I don't want that in my country. All right? Do they think that way? Yeah, they're racist, right?
No, most of those corporations are the ones that are bringing in and
Oh,
using
so they love
higher-
it. Okay.
Yeah, they get
Never
it very
mind.
cheap. But yeah, I think a lot of these corporations now own all of our agriculture and farming, and that's where a lot of they go.
That's where they.
Need to pull their selves up.
That scared me way more than it should have. Wow, wow.
Bootstrap. Alright.
Owning the libs. High five. No, that's not them either.
Pull up themselves up by the bootstraps. No.
No handouts. My hard-earned money. You need to move out of your mom's house.
They deserve 15 men.
Trickle down. Trickle down. That's what causes all those wet shorts.
And let's see.
I thought that was funnier than you.
There's one. And we can go with trickle down.
And that one, that one's I'm not sold on. So
That
like,
one's kind of hard to.
it's
really
not a
put
bad
into
idea
a
to write.
short one.
It's not a bad idea to write it down and just have it there and
No.
be able to get rid of
Well,
it.
no, we can use it with
Could-
tax the wealth. How is it? What is their main thing that their argument with taxing the wealth? It's going to kill the the creativity of the market and the creators. It's gonna. I don't know. That one take me a little while to remember. They don't want any taxes. Healthcare for all.
You guys just yesterday were saying that it's not a free market. It's like, yeah, we know that, but how the fuck do you know that?
Can't after they become it and it's still going on. They can flip flop and be like, there needs to be some
Yeah,
regulation.
they just lose all their money. And it's like, we need to go. They get all their money stolen by.
No, we make them get into this mindset of we need regulation to keep these people from doing this.
Yeah.
From concluding.
We went deep undercover and found out how they did this to stop it.
These, what do they always call them? These these dumb money traders. Money.
Assholes trading on Reddit on a website called Robinhood
Traders.
of Loxley?
Need regulation. Need regulation to keep these dumb retail traders from hurting themselves.
Do you already have a cocaine addiction?
Okay,
Yeah, comes
so,
with the territory, Terry.
alright. We got that coming, alright. It goes the first, alright. The second is going to be them two. One calls, checks Robinhood, realizes they're now part of the 1%. And then it goes straight to a shot of us in robes talking shit about average citizens. They just need to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. No way they deserve $15 minimum wage. We need to start regulating these guys on Reddit that are trying to crash the market.
You know, I'm not liking this Reddit website. I don't know if you guys have been there.
And then it goes to a shot of all the the people were like, well, what about all of the shit you were saying?
Dude, you said this was for us. And it's like, yeah, us. Go home. Do you have a home? Or do you live in your mother's basement? It's like, dude, you fucking live in your mother's basement. No, she lives in the attic of my house now because I bought the place with my money, my earned money. How much money did you earn? It's like, a lot of it. You're just not giving it to me.
2 dudes research. No, wait, the 2 dudes then finally respond to the people at Reddit. Like,
how are we gonna do this?
Finally go onto Reddit and it just shows just all these people like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, whoa, hey, where have you guys been? Like, listen, I think it's about time you guys stop talking to us.
2 dudes go on Reddit and respond to all of the people asking what the fuck.
Yeah, where's my fucking money? I don't know why I just did that.
Respond to all the people on Reddit.
I keep hitting this microphone with my hand. I'm just fucking
telling them. Alright, they respond to them by telling them what? This could be the last big... What if we go, look, we've got another plan.
Here's out.
Alright, we made it. We know it works.
Invest all of it. Straight into GameStop. Here's out. Just like blatantly, like it'll be like a Wolf on Wall Street situation.
We got another plan. You guys got to. We got another plan.
This is not going to last. All right, this is a today plan only. So I'm going to need you to make these decisions now. I need $50,000 from each and every one of you.
And then it shows like all these. It's like, we got another plan, and people are like, what the fuck? Are you kidding? And then all of a sudden you just see all these people, these dumbasses that are buying it. Like, okay.
It's like, dude, we have another plan. They're going to do it. It worked twice. Oh, Reddit. People are... Now, that's a good scene in it. It was probably scene to have. Well, no, that's pretty much... That's pretty much not bad at it. Wall Street. Starring that one guy from the movie Wall Street. What is his name? Not Christopher Walken. No.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
What was his name? Gordon Gecko?
In Wall Street? Dude, I don't know. I've never seen that movie. I just know he's in it.
Money Never Dies. Money Never Sleeps.
Yeah, he was in that remake with fucking Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, that's got something Gecko.
That's what he's going to change his name to, and on Reddit.
All right, so now we've got that. This is pretty much the beginning, middle, and end. The premise.
Yeah, that's a good idea of the outliers, the outline of. It gets because it's gonna. We might, I don't know. Move the people in the chat to the middle, and then the end add the what we have in the middle.
What?
I switch the chat part from the end to the middle and switch the middle down to the end. I'm just spitballing here. All right, this is spitball time.
Take the middle.
Plop that baby right down to the end. That's the end now.
How? The middle is the one buddy calls the other and tells him to look on his
because
Robin
I
Hood.
forgot exactly what the middle was.
I thought this was your kind of...
This is what I do. And
I see why I haven't seen a sketch from you yet.
Exactly.
Looks like I took on another project, guys.
You sure the fuck did. Look, I'm doing...
I need an actor.
That's definitely not me. I'll give it my all, but god damn, that's definitely not me. No, actually, I pretty much crush at most things. Including comedy. Come see me at 420 at the Red District flag.
Nobody picked up the dreadhead. I guess I'm not funny.
That's what happens. It's game of life. That's Hollywood, baby.
I've been on a pretty
thing?
gnarly fucking little bombing spree lately.
Oh, dude, you should try out not bombing.
Yeah, I might
I've been
want to do
doing wonderful. Hear that, folks?
I've been bombing so much. The fucking what's their names? The guy from Nashville's been hitting me up trying to get me to do number 2.
There's a Nashville guy.
Yeah, the Nashville guy on Christmas morning that exploded. You don't remember hearing about that last month?
I'm sorry. There's a man that exploded, and he's back
No,
in the
there was a
streets
guy in
booking?
Tennessee that took a fucking RV or a car and parked it, and it had this
Oh
loud,
yeah, okay,
and
yeah.
it blew
No,
up.
I heard about that from like an offhand remark. Like that's what's crazy right now. Is like I was like, there's no way that's true. And they're like, oh no, that happened.
Yeah, there's like a countdown. It's warning everybody to get out, and it gave them like for like 20 minutes. This alarm was going off. Warning: will be an explosion. Please leave area.
That's
And
all I need. See ya. Bye Nashville. I'm going somewhere else. Better than Nashville.
All right. So how would we take this from that? And so I guess we need to start
So
working on
now-
the first scene.
Yeah, now we have like the bare bones of it. Now I don't know how like with me, I've written dialogue out. Like I've written this whole sketch out, especially with ST Alive, and I've noticed it kind of fucking makes me feel handcuffed. Like I'll have what I wrote set, and so while people are doing it, not doing what I want, I can't. Like that could have been funny what they were doing, but it's like no, I want it this way, and it's like when I kind of, and I can't do this with everybody. I had to do this with ST Alive.
No, I'd much rather there be some structure.
What-
We want to
yeah.
follow the.
Like, and I mean, like writing whole dialogue though. That's something I'm not into. Especially when we film something. Like if I film something, I'm gonna film it when I have time. Like why not? This is supposed to be fun, so I'd rather just be riffing and seeing what the fuck happens, and we'll get there.
Well, there really
Obviously,
isn't that
I mean,
much-
obviously we'll get there.
There's really not that much dialogue
Yeah,
with this
yeah.
one. This is just pretty much two guys. The first scene would be two guys talking shit, making the plan on.
How to blow up Nashville?
Yeah, one guy sitting on Reddit and he's talking about the plan, and another guy's like, yeah, and then they're
the
sitting
shorts.
there talking shit about the elite, and you start seeing more people pop into the chat room like, yeah, I want to get in on this, I want to get in on this, and then the next day, well, at the end of the scene, they're like, we're gonna squeeze the fuck out of these shorts, and we're gonna trim up these hedges or something. And you
Yeah.
can go into the little shot of a picture of one of us trimming hedges, and then a picture of somebody choking shorts.
That's
Stupid dad jokes.
I gotta fucking write a whole goddamn 5-minute bit about because I'm going to now because it's fucking hilarious. There's a few other things that I couldn't even pronounce that you said earlier, and I was like, who named this? Like, who
Oh,
was
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
we're gonna
the
call this
market.
the Abigail flower?
Yeah. The market is like they go off of bull market and bear market because bears, Bears attack usually down and bulls attack up. So the market when it goes up, that means, yeah. So
Getting
that's
bull
the
by
game.
horn. Is that when there's a giant fucking bull?
Yes, that's why the big bull is there.
so dumb.
My coach back in high school, my basketball coach
I
was
was
into.
really hoping you were gonna say like your stock coach.
No, my basketball coach when I was in high school, he was into stocks and stuff, and he had a big bear on his stomach. I was like, yeah, okay.
buddy, find something else. Smoke
So,
some crack. Yeah, this I'm gonna be honest with you, would be a lot easier if I actually understood even like the slightest of what the fuck is going on with Reddit and GameStop. You've explained it to me. I'm gonna go ahead and say 10 times since it's happened. 3 times in writing, so I could go back and reference it. And not a once have I retained any of it, because I just like I get to the first word that I have to Google, and I'm already just like, this is like 3 in, and I'm already like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying,
Yeah,
but he's passionate and I like it.
This one, yeah. I guess, yeah. How you were saying you don't want to be handcuffed. There's certain things I guess you would have to put so it does make sense.
Well, it doesn't handcuff me the way it handcuffs me is like when I don't allow I don't allow the natural dialogue thing to happen, and that a lot of times the people that are delivering the dialogue will just come across as clanky, and I don't like it. And it's like, oh, that's the best I'm getting, as opposed to if I just kind of like, hey, look, this is what we got. Let's see what happens. We know where we're going.
Okay, so the first video scene it's going to show a guy talking on his phone, a camera showing somebody grungy work, 40 an hour a week kind of.
Well, he's got to be a Reddit guy, so just a fucking loser. Well, yeah, I guess he could be. I don't know.
What just
I'm
it
trying to
has
think
be
of
the
stereotypes.
average. Yeah. But that's the main thing that they say is it's the average person on Reddit that's doing it. And when you in economics, it's not the rich elite. Okay, so you just got to have an average Joe, somebody that just not wearing expensive clothes, that's just like wearing the work uniform. It could be my work
Didn't
uniform.
have to point at me though.
What you're an average? You've got to work uniform at Boost Mobile. You're
Buddy,
not like the Boost Mobile CEO
This is to
name
be
tag.
humble. Because I'm Mike Ratcliffe and Papa Rat. I've been crushing three fucking open mics in a row. I'm a fucking legend.
Shows, it could be shows a split screen of two regular Reddit losers.
I thoroughly enjoy Reddit, by the way. I use it for everything: porn, news, and that's about it.
Reddit losers creating.
Okay, let's double down on that, I guess.
No, I actually just mentally noted it has porn.
Really? Oh, dude, I have a whole different fucking account.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's so much. Like Tumblr back in the heyday before they started fucking somehow letting child porn slip.
Plan to.
I wish we can't, but it would be funny if if we could do things like just the stupid things they end up doing with their money. It's just like the Mighty Ducks is it's being remade, and like there's it turns out they're the ones that paid for it. They're just like, we had to get that movie remade, and it's like the Mighty Ducks. It's like, yeah, Amelia. It's got like 4 more years. And it's like, no, he doesn't. He's pretty healthy. And it's like, but we want him to see this movie. And it's like, there's so many movies you could fucking. I'm riffing something that can't happen. But that's Hollywood, baby.
Talking
heads
about how the rich have gotten away with slave wages, no health care. What was the other ones? No.
Schooling, I think. No, handouts. You got handouts.
$15 minimum wage, health care, and a wealth tax. And pay their fair share in taxes.
You said only the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. So who said that? It's like, it's in your bio right now. No, it isn't. As you hear backspace.
I can put that in. Yeah, fair share taxes. Rich get richer. Poor get poor.
Come on, guys. It's Dog Fart 69. It's me.
All right, and then it shows. It goes into the still part of, I guess, the first scene, but people, while they're in the chat room talking, you start seeing more people join the chat room. More people
chatting it up. I mean, we can even show it really quickly by like because Reddit's not necessarily a chat room; it's like the forum. Yeah. You'd show the forum with like the couple responses below, like a very ecstatic below, and then the next like scene, it's outside of the comment section. You still see the headline, and then you just see the comments numbers like way up there or something like that. Like focus in on that. You can do that. I mean, that is I'm a goddamn director. Oh, that sounded good. That's just me spitballing because it's spitballing time again. Or we could end it by driving a bus of explosives into Nashville.
Squeeze shorts. Alright, more people join the group and plan to squeeze shorts.
So stupid. What is this called? Squeezing shorts. It's all the rave. Kids are doing it for years to come.
Cutting.
And then So what do we just do? We just
All right, we need to talk about. It's going to show them talking, making the plan. You know, like you said with the Reddit thing, and then you show a bunch of people have joined and all the comments, and then it goes. It goes. All right, man. Tomorrow we're gonna squeeze these shorts and cut down these hedges, cut these hedges out, and it can go to a shot of like trimming
Yeah.
hedges and squeezing short and actually choking out shorts or something.
some guy with no shorts on just like, hey man, how did you get my shorts? Probably isn't even wearing sunscreen. Look, it's not my fault that I just worked harder. I had to drive.
Two.
You thought Robin Hood was a Disney princess. Dumb.
We should make them where they're drunk too. So like the next day they wake up and their one buddy calls them and was like, "Hey, did you see what's
Dude,
happened?"
it's like how Facebook was made.
Two regular Reddit losers drunk. That's perfect. Creating the plan to squeeze the shorts in GameStop's stock while talking about how the rich have gotten away with slave wages and no health care, and they don't pay their fair share of taxes, and the rich just keep getting richer and the poor just keep getting poorer.
If we can find an Eat the Rich t-shirt. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if either you or Gary had one.
I don't. More people join the group. The plan to squeeze the shorts and cutting the hedges out goes to a shot of two guys trimming hedges and choking out out real shorts.
Your fucking shrubbery's never gonna look the same after we're done here.
Two. Then next shot would be phone ringing or a text.
Yeah.
Text screen. Have you looked at the news? Or
It says if he looked at the news and he turns the TV on, it should just be two terrible photos that they chose for him. Just like,
news or Robin Hood account. And then all of a sudden he pulls it up, shows he's a millionaire. Pulls the count up. And realizes he's now one of the elite.
he notices it. He like pulls the phone back to his ear. He's like, "Holy shit, dude!" He's like, "I know. I already bought a boat."
One of the elite. Goes to the shot of two dudes. And then it's going to go to the next shot of them in a robes with pipes talking shit about
These Reddit guys.
no,
I tell you what.
min wage hikes, not paying, having people wanting them to pay more taxes.
My dad had to pay for me to go to college. Why should I have to pay for your kid to go to college? He's not going to college. That's not an argument we're using. I don't know why I keep going back to it. 15 an hour for flipping burgers?
Should pull themselves up.
You know, back in my day.
From bootstraps. Get a second job.
Stop sitting around on Reddit all day.
Cut out the Starbucks.
Listen to that pen go.
And
Eat the rich. No.
need regulation on these social platforms.
Look, all I'm saying is they're just spewing hate. Trying to get my money.
So three. Scene three would be
The
two
pop.
guys. Huh?
The pop. The whatever that it's got. And so that one that was actually really good. Go from longer to shorter. That was very well done.
It goes two dudes. They finally go back onto Reddit. They're like, they look at their phones and they see Reddit app, and it's just got tons of notifications on it. And they look at it and they see all the people talking shit, like, "Hey, what the fuck's going on? Where are you guys at?" And they're like, "I thought we see you guys won. So where's what's up?" And they're like, "Look,
we got something better than money.
look, you guys need to stop expecting handouts."
Yeah.
And listen, we've got another plan. We've got a plan. We're going to short GameStop.
We're going back after GameStop, huh? Huh? How's it
Well,
sound?
no, at first they're short squeezing
Oh,
GameStop.
yeah.
So what they're going to do next is they're going to like, all right, what the hedge funds just lost billions of dollars doing. They're like, what we're going to do now is we all need to come together and short GameStop.
We're just gonna all shorts, cargo, basketball, baseball shorts. I don't think those are real. We're gonna fucking take those rung shorts and we're gonna give them right back. And all I need from you is a little bit of belief. $25,000 each.
Reddit notifications with hundreds.
I don't know what these guys are so mad about. To me, it looks like they have it, all they want, living in their own slop, playing on the internet all day.
It joined the plan, the short squeeze.
My only goal in life is to produce an album of comedy and call it The Short Squeeze.
You won't be able to get past the first every time you heard short squeeze because you'd giggle and
I'm not going to
laugh.
say it. I'm not going to say it. Nobody's going to be allowed to say it. It's going to be written behind me, and I'm not going to turn around.
Reddit notifications from people that joined the short squeeze wanting to know.
There's just fundamental differences between me and you. Like I have a yacht. Yeah, I got it today.
It's changed them.
You guys have changed. They're just like smoking, like just like no, we haven't. Oh, Ronaldo, I couldn't wait. I'm sorry, I gotta pee. I'm gonna leave the door open so we can hear it though. I'm not gonna do that.
Goes to. I can. I definitely got it. Wearing fancy business.
All right, that felt great. Sound good?
That was for you, Ronaldo.
Yeah, it sure was. All right, now.
Yeah, it's a shot.
What's that?
It says next after they say it's changed them. It goes to a shot of the two dudes disagreeing, wearing fancy business suits, and then it shows their response. Shows them responding with telling them it's not our job to give you handouts.
Some of us worked for our money.
But we'll help you this one time.
Believe
what
in
we
the
all
trickle
need to do.
down. What they call it, the dribble down or some shit. Don't think of us as the 1%. Just think of us as not the 99%. Again, thought that was funnier than you did, apparently.
Help you. I'm just trying to
You're
get
in the
this out
zone.
right
I
now.
get it. All right.
But we will help you out with.
God, there's nothing in there. So,
Letting you in on.
there's that speed demon right there. See, look, I'm 1% now. So, the
People
end.
respond with what the fuck. They say, it's not our job to give you guys handouts. But this one time, we'll let you in on our next plan.
Cut you in.
We need you guys to throw in your money and we're all going to short GameStop. People respond with like, what the fuck?
No, I think like.
But in the
should
end,
be-
they end up giving up their money because they're all stupid
yeah,
traders.
yeah, like they're mad, and then they like they give that offer. They're like, well, I mean, that kind of actually sounds like a good idea. It is a good idea. Look where we make. Look where we're at.
The money to these guys again.
Whatever happens, happens. So get your money back. Now, please sign these waivers from our lawyer.
Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty well.
That's it right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a feature-length film.
So the first scene will show a split of two regular Reddit losers being drunk, creating this plan to do a short squeeze on the hedge funds of game that are shorting GameStop. And they're sitting in their chat room, talking shit on the wealthy people and how they have slave wages and no health care. And they need to pay their fair taxes and tired of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poor. And then you start seeing more people join the group in the plan. And it cuts to the plan. And then one at the very last shot of that scene can be one of us being like, hey, we're going to trim the fuck out of them hedges and squeeze the fuck out of those shorts. And it's got like a pair of shorts and vice grips or something. Press and someone cutting down some hedges. And then it goes...
Whose shorts are those?
Mm-hmm. And then the next scene is a text screen. And it says, have you looked at the News or Robinhood account? And he pulls it up and realizes he's now one of the elite 1%.
Holy shit, I'm the 1%.
And they're kind of just like, and the next shot would be them in robes talking about how ridiculous Biden's new minimum wage hikes are.
Could you imagine working for 15 for flipping burgers and just like,
and how that they don't need to how they shouldn't have to pay their fair share of taxes because they are job creators.
You know where my money came from? Came from work.
These people should just pull themselves up from their bootstraps and get a second job and cut out their Starbucks. And you know what? We probably should regulate these platforms that they're all talking on.
And I don't like how social they are on these social medias.
And then the next shot would be it shows the phone with Reddit's, which shows the guy's phone with hundreds of notifications from the Reddit losers that joined their short squeeze plan, wanting to know what the hell happened to them, and what has happened to them. And they say that they have changed. And it goes to a shot of the two dudes wearing fancy business suits, disagreeing, No, not
Changed?
at all.
It's like, Dan, you're drinking a margarita at 9 a.m. And it's like, that's not change, all right? I don't know. I couldn't think of anything funny enough for what she was doing that made it change, but we'll get there. It's called process, folks. Learn it.
And go to the next scene, and it shows them responding, telling them it's not our job to give you guys handouts, but we will help you out this one last time by letting you in on this next plan. We need everyone to step up and short GameStop. And people respond hesitantly with, "What the fuck? Are you fucking serious?" But then end up giving up all their money because they're dumb dumb Reddit retail traders.
Hold on, let's hear them out.
And that
It's how the South was won.
is a...
It's your beat board. Well, our beat board. Down. Yeah, you have to. It's your first one. You have to jerk off on it. I think that's the rules of something.
So what was your first one? What was that? What was your first sketch?
My first sketch I ever wrote was It was. I mean, I went through every tab on Final Draft, and I did everything like the professional way, I guess. Like, wrote out the characters in their own sheets and stuff, and compiled it at the end or whatever. And it was a sketch that I wrote where it's two cops or two detectives sitting in like a detective room, and a woman leads a man into the door and it's like, "Hey, here's the witness that said that made the plan." And he comes in and they go over the fact that he witnessed a crime they're investigating, and they're like, "Did you see him?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got a good look." And they're like, "What did he look like?" And he's like, "Oh, he's about 6 foot, wearing a red hoodie." Blue jeans, and they're like 6 foot, red hoodie, black, blue jeans. And he's like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Did you say black?" And they're like, "No, I didn't say black." And I'm like, "Yeah, you said black." And it's like, "No, you're saying black." It's like, and so finally at the end, it just keeps getting progressive. It's like, dude, he wasn't black. And they're like, "Fine, African American." And
you've done this one already?
No, I just wrote it, and I tried to sell it for a while, but I couldn't. Everybody. I think it was good. So like I wrote it, it felt good. It was one of those. If you ever written a joke like
That's
in the
good.
first try and you're just like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
look at me go." That's kind of what happened. And so, but I thought it was better than it was. So like the people that were offering me the money were looking at it from a realistic stance of they didn't just write a sketch they thought was great. They're seeing it face value what it was, and I never was like, "Eh."
You never sold it?
Nah.
How much did you get offered for it?
I mean, like Fiverr, which was not. Like I talked to a few people on Fiverr, like $50 from them. One guy was I think 25, and I was like, "Dude, this is like $200 sketch," and he just said LOL and never spoke to me again. So I'm assuming that was a bit much.
Yeah, if you don't have a reputation.
I have no reputation. I'm not in that community whatsoever. Not big enough in that community
Where'd you
whatsoever.
get my lighter?
I don't think so. Oh, I dropped it. That's right.
So when did you learn to sketch? When did you? Wait, what was your first? Did you take you said you went to school for a year, right?
Yeah, I went to Mizzou, go Tigers, for a semester. Dropped the fuck out of that. Okay, I don't know what I did with the lighter because I'm an idiot. Because that sucked. I went for journalism, which is weird because that's a pretty tough school to get into for journalism. Then got out of that. Spelled my name wrong on the application, not gonna lie to you. But I grew up watching sketch. I grew up with Kids in the Hall. I grew up with Saturday Night Live in like the 90s, like the prime, or not one of the primes, I guess. A little bit of Monty Python. And then fucking Chappelle Show happened when I was like in middle school. Like the perfect time for Chappelle Show to happen. Which is one of the best.
How old are you?
I'm 29 years old.
Okay, yeah, so you were probably in middle school because I was like a sophomore, I think.
And like, I watched the first episode, and from that, like that to me is the best sketch comedy that's ever been made. And but the problem with Chappelle Show is if you look at traditional American sketch comedy, it's short. It's not too absurd. It can be absurd. Like the States got a few fucking weird ones, but it's pretty. Cut and dry what it is. British sketches, they'll go on for like 30 minutes and it'll just be utter nonsense. And Chappelle somehow made 30-minute sketch or like long sketches without utter nonsense. Like he just combined the two, and so it's like you're never gonna be able to fucking do that. Like, like that's so fucking hard, and they're so fucking good. Like,
Yeah, look at some of the writers he had with him: Donnell, Charlie Murphy.
yeah, it's unreal. And like, even if I wanted
You just
to,
picked my lighter up off the floor, didn't you?
no, I couldn't find it because I'm an idiot.
Or did you forget what you were looking for down there?
No, I remembered. I just never found it, and then I was like, you know what? I think I went too far. I got this bad boy. I'll singe half my face hair off. Never mind. It's pointed down. We're good. But no. And then with getting into stand-up, I mean, I kind of always knew it was going to come hand in hand. I was just going to do a lot of stuff in comedy, and met up with this group called ST Alive. Really buckled down and like kind of got into like the craft of writing sketch. Took the Second City course online. Not really worth the 200, but it wasn't a bad experience whatsoever. So I have that. But it's pretty. I mean, when I say it's literally the fucking improv handbook, it's that. It's just take everything that they're saying and just go, okay, you don't have to improv it. Because it's just scene building. And that's all sketch really is scene building.
Just writing down what's pretty much in your head as far as what it should look like.
It's like the most it's the most fucking direct path to the fucking end story you're going to get.